Hello boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you how to do the box strategy for 2-digit by 1-digit problems and also 2-digit by 2-digit problems. First of all, what is the box strategy? It's a way for us to use what we know about arrays to solve larger multiplication problems. For instance, I don't know 3 times 14. I haven't memorized that. That's not a simple fact. But if I break up that 14 into two smaller numbers that I do know, I can solve this much more easily. Here's what it looks like in arrays. I'm going to take this big array, a 3 by 14 array, and I'm going to break it up into two smaller arrays, a 3 by 10 array and a 3 by 4 array. So my 3 by 10 array, if I do 3 times 10, I have a total of 30 boxes there. In my 3 by 4 array, I have a total of 12 boxes there. So if I add those 30 plus the 12, I get a total of 42. So I know that the size of my big array, 3 times 14, is 42. I can use that same concept to help me figure out 12 times 14. Now in this case, I have two really large numbers. I can break them both up. So what if I could take a big 12 by 14 array and split it into 4 small arrays? A 10 by 10, a 10 by 4, a 2 by 10, and a 2 by 4. If I add the number of boxes in each of those 4 small arrays, I'll get the number of boxes in my entire big array. So here's how we take that concept and turn it into the box strategy. Let's say I want to solve 12 times 14. I want to break up both of those numbers. So I'm going to break my 12 up into a 10 and 2, and I'm going to break my 14 up into a 10 and a 4. So now I'm going to draw the outline of my big array, because really what I'm doing is 12 times 14. So here is a 12 by 14 array, and I want you to imagine that there are 12 rows of boxes here with 14 boxes in each row. But I told you earlier that I want to break my 12 up into 10 and 2. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to take away my 12 and I'm going to make 10 rows and 2 rows, and I put that dividing line there. I'm going to do the same thing to the 14. I'm going to break that 14 up into a 10 and a 4. And when I use those lines to split my big array, notice that it's made 4 small arrays. Now I have a 10 by 10 array, a 10 by 4, a 2 by 10, and a 2 by 4. So let's find how big each of those small arrays are. The first one, 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 4 equals 40. 2 times 10 equals 20. And 2 times 4 is 8. So now if I add the totals for those 4 small arrays together, I'm going to find that there's a total of 168 in my big array. That means that 12 times 14 equals 168. If you'd like to see more examples, look around on the multiplication playlist on our YouTube channel. And thank you for watching, boys and girls.